Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. This is the tarot reading that is singularly aimed at improving your manifesting abilities, your manifesting capacity. All right, and we do that some basic ways. First of all you will see for the next 12 minutes or so is this single picture on the screen. I want to minimize visual distractions. Anytime you have a two-dimensional screen, desktop, laptop, television, smartphone, you become a spectator, not a participator. I don't even care if you're playing a game on your computer. You are still dependent upon the information they feed you. And yes, it is more active than just watching a screen, I get it. But I want to minimize visual distractions. I want the pictures to come from inside of you, from your head, from your subconscious, because that will help with your inspiration, manifesting. And in fact, that's really what I want to do. I want to give you an opportunity to inspire yourself. I can help fire up the fires. I can be the bellows that increases the flames. But the creativity comes from you. And so I'm doing all I can to enhance that natural ability that is really kind of taken out of us from the time that we're born. Stop and think. If you have children, you know that when they were born, one of the things that parents looked for after they found out that the baby was healthy was they looked forward to the day when the baby would say its first words, when it would start to begin to walk, move around on its own. All right, exciting. Ooh, baby's talking. Oh, baby's walking. Wow. And then they get to school. It's shut up, sit down. They go to work. Shut up, sit down. And we're getting a lot of shut up, sit down in the world right now by people who want to control us in every aspect. They want to put you in a prison without cells. You only have a 15-minute city. You can only think these thoughts. We're only going to tell you this information. The rest of the information we're going to hide. We're going to manipulate you. We're going to scare you. We're going to do anything that we can to control you. Even though as a baby it was, wow, first words and I'm talking. Woo, wow. All that goes away. You don't say or think unless we tell you that's what you're supposed to think and say. Shut up, sit down. So what we're doing is reversing that process, inspiring you. And let's begin. 2 rows. Okay? Center card, bottom row, and center card, upper row is where we begin and end the reading. We begin it, bottom row, the oracle card, truth be told. Kind of an interesting picture. You have an owl which has been connected to wisdom, right? The wise old owl. And the owl is apparently holding an open window with a picture. That's your imagination. Right below the owl is a face mask. In other words, what the owl is telling you is, can you face yourself? Can you look behind the mask that is you, the facade that is you, and can you begin to see your real potential? That's where we're headed today. So get ready. Buckle up, kids. Here we go. First row, all the way to the left, 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is stinking thinking. Question is, where does it come from? Well, first of all, you see here in the 3 of Swords, all 3 swords stabbing in the heart. We have been lied to on a cosmic scale. I don't talk about the last 3 years. I'm talking about the last 3 centuries. And if that seems unbelievable, you start digging into the history and you go, oops, this has been a long time coming. They're finally getting to the point where they can control everything in our lives, even to the point of putting a chip in our brain or our hands so they can influence us every moment. And if you've ever had a job recently, you'll notice how much analytics are. Analytics to me are a lie. Yes, they can spot trends, but in the end, you see, like in sports, analytics don't always predict. People are unpredictable. They don't like that. So they push data, 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 data. And if you have a job, you see that you are kind of running at the speed of a computer. They'll count your keystrokes. They'll count how much time you're away from the keyboard or the screen or whatever. They're on top of you all the time. So it's the understanding that you have been lied to. And many people now are starting to wake up and understand that. The information that we have been fed has been killing us. And as the owl, truth be told, is letting us know, we haven't faced up to it for one reason or another. First of all, it could be overloading. Secondly, it's very plenty scary. And of course, you want to get us to do whatever you want us to do. Scare us. We'll do it. Pronto. So, what do you got to do? You have to have an inspiration. You got to change your thinking. There's the Ace of Swords. Going from the Three of Swords to the Ace of Swords is a beautiful transition. It means you are awakening. You are beginning to see and acknowledge. And the acknowledgement part is the big part. Seeing it is nothing. You've seen it for the past 3 years as an example. But you haven't done anything about it. Now, the Ace of Swords, you're beginning to understand, truth, 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 freedom, freedom, freedom. Very important. So you are going to follow the Page of Wands energy. Wands are excitement, enthusiasm, positivity, joy, participating in your life. And the Page of Wands, pages always change the storyline. Page says, I want to bring enthusiasm into my life. I want passion in my life. I want opportunity in my life. That's what you're beginning to understand. That you haven't been living, you've been spectating, watching the action. You haven't been participating. You're ready to participate in your life. Not going to be perfect, but it's going to be yours. Makes all the difference in the world. However, you need to kind of contemplate this, and this is a time of year for Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, to kind of get into that phase, that introspection that the hermit always brings. All right, kind of step back, take a look inside, listen to your gut. It'll guide you. It always gets it right. How many times in your life have you gone, geez, I knew it, I could feel it, and I did the other thing? Well, that's our programming. That's listening to our brain, not our gut. Pay attention to your gut. It's going to guide you, and you're going to need it over the next few months or so. So we go up to the second row, temperance, 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 temperance. I like this and I don't like this. Temperance, ideally, however, is very good for us, right? It's balance, it's moderation, it's healing. That's the important part of temperance. It's not pushing, pushing, pushing. It's kind of knowing when to push, when to lay back, when to push, when to lay back, so you create a nice balance in your life. And that balance allows you to heal. You need that because you need to be the Hierophant. The Hierophant in old-time tarot was the Pope of the tarot deck, right? The main honcho, the one that creates the belief system, group identification, the rules. And there is a group, probably more than one, but there is a group in Europe making decisions for us. These are bureaucrats. These are not elected officials. These are just rich, spoiled psychopaths who are deciding how they're going to control us. That's it. You have to be the Hierophant in your life, and you have to say, wait a minute. I'm going to change my belief system. I'm not going to identify the way they want me to identify. I'm not following their rules. I am going to follow my rules. And that means, the next card over, Ten of Swords, my way of thinking has got to be done. Ten of Swords is finality. Swords are thoughts, ideas. Usually the Ten of Swords means that you have just been overloaded to the point where that's it, it's over. And yeah, that's true, but in this case, a little tweaking is necessary. You realize that you've been betrayed. You realize that you've been let down. You've been victimized. You literally have been stabbed in the back. They have lied to you every time. You say, Steve, how do you know it? You open up their mouth? Yep. They're lying. I mean, about everything. About everything. And for a lot of people, that has been a tough pill to swallow. You mean everything? Yeah, everything. I've been around for a long time, and for me to have to come to that conclusion, to realize they have scammed me left, right, and center, and I didn't know it. I thought that, as the song says, in America here, we were the land of the free and the brave. We're neither. We're captive and we're cowards. But that's changing. That's what this is about. Truth be told, you are now beginning to fully understand and comprehend, and you're learning new appreciation for yourself. We do have the Knight of Cups. Knights always bring gifts. This is loving, caring introspection. How can I be the best me? How can I have the best life? It's not selfish. It's not narcissistic. It's if I can do it, I can give it. If I love myself, I can love others. That's the key. And up to this point, loving has been either non-existent or narcissistic. And narcissism has nothing to do with self-love. It has to do with self-hate. A narcissist hates themselves so much that they'll never admit it. They have to destroy you. It's the only way they can feel anything. And that's what we're living under right now, and have been for a long time. Rich narcissists. And people are beginning to wake up. People are beginning to understand. The truth is finally, slowly being told. And the ultimate truth is, you got to face yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Are you lying? Are you hiding? Or are you going to decide that you're going to step forward and make the best life possible for you and for others? Because if you can do it for you, you're going to spread that light to others, and it's going to spread like wildfire around the world. Strength card in the middle. It is the vice versa card in reverse, meaning that this is a very personal battle. You are looking into your soul and deciding, well, I'm going to face myself, I'm going to face my devils, am I going to face my fears, or I'm going to be a coward again? Strength is fortitude. It's compassion. It's love. If you are willing to be honest with yourself, that may be, I'm not sure, may be the ultimate act of love. Because from the truth, you can set yourself free. It's true. Your choice. Interesting situation. I wish you well. So that's the reading for today. We'll do another tarot reading for you tomorrow. Hope that you're here with me. If not, peace and blessings. Always, always, always. And one more thing. Fire up your imagination today somehow.